So today I'm going to go over all of my thoughts about the new Hextech update on League of Legends, the new TFT game mode they had. As you know, yesterday, well, still yesterday, League of Legends updated the game to where they introduced a whole new class, the Hextechs. It was Jinx, Camille, Vi, and Jace. They had this new cool buff that's supposed to, I guess, eliminate the whole Draven with a million items stacked on top of him. The Nidalee that could shoot you from across the map because she had a million attack range thing. All that stuff. It was supposed to be able to do away with those crazy game-changing characters with all the items stacked on top of each other. It kind of does that. It also kind of doesn't. But anyway, so what we did in honor of the update was we played for about 14, 15 hours. I think I got 30 games in and played all different origins, all the different classes, everything we could combine together. And we've got this big long list over on the side. We won a bunch and found out some things that work, found out a lot of things that don't work. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead, cut through that video, and we will all that stuff for you guys. So, first I deleted two that were doubles. Pause that real quick. Was the Nobles
and some. Okay.
Let's see. So, right about here. So I got Nobles first. In the first game I did, I built Nobles. I stacked the Guardian buff on top of that, and I threw in this Yasuo at the end to give me the Exile buff as well. Under the new meta, this still works really well. I was fighting against a dude that was using the Hextech Origin, I think it's an Origin, to try and get rid of my items, but I really didn't have that many items. I was relying really on the Noble buff itself, that 6-man Noble buff. And as you can see, it still worked really, really well. This is working. Maybe.
If you wanted to, you could take out Tristana, put that Yasuo in for the Exile buff.
I'm going to do it.
Because you'd still keep the Gunslinger buff because of Misfortune.
Yeah, and I just put the items on Misfortune. Wait, am I even going to win this? Yeah. Yeah, so this guy who I was fighting at the end of this game. Okay, cool. This took a while. He had the Shapeshifter buff. I think he had all 6. And he had a level 2 Hextech buff. So he was trying to get that debuff. But I had all my items spread across all the different people. And again, just relying
his team is tanky, but so is yours.
Heavily on that 6-man Noble buff, as you can see. We've got all the here we go. Got all the items spread across everybody else. I kind of made 2 different clumps of people because the Hextech buff, it targets one little square. So it would hit either these guys or these guys over here. It wouldn't really make a big difference in the fight because they really couldn't kill Lucian or Tristana before it wore off.
I would put the items on like someone with more health than Misfortune.
And he has to be like there. He'll get his thing.
Maybe the Kale or God. If you gotta put in. Alright,
so the guy did end up winning.
I guess or put it the other Kale or like the Braum for more tankiness.
No, I want him coming in and doing his ult.
Kennen, he might not. Who knows? He might not even ult. But let's see. If you got plenty of health, if something goes wrong, you can try again over and over.
Oh yeah, we can change it up. If I remember correctly, I think this Kennen does end up working. Yeah, you can see that's the Hextech buff right there, or the ability.
Oh, with his team all bunched up, and that if the Yasuo gets
on my Lucian aren't working.
If he ever gets unstunned.
But then after 8 seconds, they come back. Go, Kennen. And then they get their item buffs. We got rid of the crazy Shyvana. This dude had more items than me, even.
Jace is pretty OP.
Yep, so that knocked him out.
Wow.
As you guys can see, Noble buff, especially pair that with the Guardian and throw a Yasuo there. And then I threw the Kennen in there at the end for the Ninja buff. Is still very viable. Very, very viable. One comp that's not so viable, as we learned.
There we go.
Back out
Way to start it. Okay, so that's how you win as nobles and guardians and exiles.
All right, so here's my list. Noble still works great. Guardians are a great thing to add to them. Exile, Yasuo is always great. But I think the next game I tried Shapeshifters. Spoiler alert, I played 3 or 4, 5, I think, 5 games with the Shapeshifters. I never got more than 3rd place with the 6 Shapeshifters. I tried to combine them with demons, wild, brawlers a little bit. Couldn't get anything going, any of those. The next game we were able to get something to work was way over here. Got little cues written down for myself. All right, so this one.
Bad if you ever has to play me then.
This is where Danny knocks me out of the game.
And 6 brawler buff going.
I was trying to do a gunslinger pirate hex tech thing.
Are you gonna beat me, Alex?
You can see I couldn't get the people.
Oh, no, you broke my Lucian. Come on, Lucian.
You beat me. Oh,
Maybe.
no.
No.
Oh, gameplay's got the...
I died.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, and you got knocked out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that didn't work out well for me.
Color.
What color do you want to be?
Oh, bad if you ever has to play me then.
Ended up working out great for me.
Elementalist buff and 6 brawler buff
Like
going. Are you gonna beat me, Alex?
Oh, no, you broke my Lucian. Come on, Lucian.
You beat me. Oh, color.
What color do you want to be?
I'll be like...
What you got?
There. Brawler, 3 elementalists, and robot, if you want to look at my team.
Nice.
Yes. So that's what Danny ended up doing, was the brawler buff and the elementalist. That's still a very viable combination. See in a minute. Works great. Brawlers with Void was also working really well for me through a couple different games. So the whole hex tech buff.
That'll be really 3. You can beat this dude.
I think I can beat Not too worried. I'm on a 10 win streak right now. And
yeah, so there again you can see that hex tech buff coming in. It does cancel all the items on his Kennen, but his brawler team is so tanky that they can't kill the Kennen before the items come back up, and then it's
strength at 3100 L.
Yeah, and there you see that Kennen coming back.
You did all right.
Yeah.
That poor guy's AFK'd even.
This brawler elementalist buff that he got going was insane. Very, very viable comp there. Back up a little bit. So, also on the list, Assassins Ninjas, that combo. If you can get the crossover, the Akali and the Zed are both ninja assassins, so it's pretty easy to get both of those built all the way up. Danny did that. He threw in a tank and was able to win that combo as well pretty easily. I think the first time he tried it, but I accidentally exited out of the game, so I don't have a video of that one. But I'll throw a picture up here to prove that he did win. You can see what levels he had on his champs on that one. All right, so it was a while before I got anything to work again. A long while. It was all the way, actually, here. But this worked really, really well. I got all the gunslingers who have gotten a lot better with the new hex tech buff. And then I also added the pirates in there because you can have 3 pirates that are all gunslingers. Doesn't do anything other than give you extra money. and then the Hextech, the fourth tier Hextech bonus. Not a huge viability, but what it did with my gunslingers was it let me have an even beefier front line. We hit that Vi, the Camille that jumps in, Jace is very tanky as well. So the buff helps a lot because, as you'll see, it gets rid of some of these items right here. But the champs themselves help a lot with gunslingers, rangers, some of the weaker comps that do a lot of damage because they add you a front line to it. And then also the Jinx, you can see, is really, really overpowered. All right, boys. Come on, just end it here. Good job, Misfortune. Ooh. Yeah. So, very easy on that one. We'll play through the back screen again. Woo! Did it. Alright, so this was about 5 hours into recording. Okay. Made one as all these dudes. We streamed for a long time. Oh, that was stressful. Hey, we got a subscriber. Okay, so the Gunslinger Hextech combo works out really well. The Pirates are nice because they give you that income the entire time. Like I had the Graves and the Gangplank from pretty early, and I had a Twisted Fate in there just to keep the bonus until I got to the Misfortune. And I threw him out because she was my 6th Gunslinger. But yeah, that works really well. A little side note on Jinx. So her ability comes into play once she kills a person, a lot like how it works in regular League of Legends. If she kills a person, she starts shooting. She switches to her rockets and gains a lot of attack speed. So she does a lot of damage, and it's splash damage. So sometimes she's really good because she gets a kill early, and then she upgrades and gains all her attack speed and all that. Sometimes she's not very good at all because she doesn't get a kill. And if she doesn't get that buff going, if she doesn't get her ability off, she really doesn't do anything. And it's hard to get her even to level 2, much less level 3. So sometimes she's great, one of the best gunslingers. So other times, not so much. Other times, Lucian's way better. Just depends on if she can get that early kill. All right. And then the last combo that I got to work really well happened way over here. Ooh, there. This was a fun one. This was a lot of fun. I had 6 knights, all 4 Imperials, and the Phantom buff, just to boot. I got the... Did I have the extra person one? No, it just works out. Yeah. So if you get to level 9, you can get all of this because of how much crazy amounts of overlap there is. Yeah, because I had all my Imperials. We got knight, 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 knight. Oh, yep, there it is. So it was an extra person. You need 10. I've had that extra person one on my Karthus. So I had Karthus in there as the second Phantom instead of Kindred because Karthus could do this. And his ult is great if he's not with a bunch of sorcerers. So while I was able to get this combo to work, I was not able to get sorcerers to work at all. I tried a lot of different combos. I tried sorcerers with wild, tried sorcerers with...
Just go for the item. What does the most?
Yordles a lot. I tried sorcerers and shapeshifters a little bit. I couldn't get sorcerers to work with anything. I'm trying to get all 6 of that. So, as best I can tell, sorcerers work really well as 3. If you can get 3 of them, add it on to nobles, or if you add them on to some other tier 6 category, I think that's viable. Maybe 3 sorcerers with brawlers. I didn't try that, but I feel like that could work. But they're really like a complement. I don't think you can use 6 of them as your main group of people. It just wasn't working. They work great in addition, though, to other stuff, which you'll see here in a minute. I'm going. See, like, I don't even have a sorcerer buff on here. Karthus was my only one. But the Phantom buff is still kind of helpful. It's very random. Depends on who it targets. But anyway, regardless of that, the Imperial Knight combo is a great matchup. It matches up really well. You get a lot of damage out of those Imperials. The Knights are incredibly tanky, and it applies across the board. That's an OP combo. So that decrease in damage you take with the Knight buff applies to everybody, so it's really helpful. All right. That about sums up everything I got to work. One quick note, the Blade Master. So that was weird. Now you have a possibility to get up to 9 Blade Masters. There's a 9th tier to that, or a 9 people tier. It's the 3rd tier of it. Where you get to attack, I think it's 4 extra times in really fast succession. But there's only 7 Blade Master champions. So you have to get 2 recurve bows and 2 spatulas. And that is really, really, really hard to do. And then even then, Blade Masters on their own aren't that great. I tried it a couple times. Danny tried it a couple times. Neither of us could get them to do any damage, really. Other than that, you see the Knight's crazy. Oh, another one Knight I kept trying was Glacials and Rangers. That seems like it should work really well. You have the overlay with Ash, the Glacials being kind of beefier up front, with the Braum, the Volibear, the Sejuani, and then the Rangers. You got Ash, you can get Vayne, you can get Varus, Kindred. But I could never get enough damage out of it. I don't know if I was doing it wrong or anything, but I tried a couple of times to do Glacials and Rangers put together and really couldn't get anything going there. It just wasn't working for me. Void, they stack well with the Brawlers still. I did do that a couple of times. That worked. Wild. I couldn't get anything to go with Wild. I still think Wild and Demon or Demon and Shapeshifter can work depending on the game and some items if you get lucky enough. I could never get there. I tried it 3 or 4 times. You can watch the full video. It's also on YouTube, 14 minutes long. Or 14 hours long. But that's all the games we played, testing all these different things. Danny plays with me for about the first half, and the rest is on my own. It got really late. Dragons. I guess dragons could help if you have a shapeshifter and you have everything on that Shyvana. Really, that's the only thing I can see helping there. The dragon buff doesn't do a whole bunch because Aurelion Soul is pretty weak. Shyvana is great, though. Glacials, Imperials, just one as them. Phantoms just did that. Yordles. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. Awful. They it seems like Yordles and Sorcerers should work because they have that double overlap with Lulu and Viger. But nothing. I tried so many times with the Yordles Sorcerer combo. I could get nothing out of it. One time I tried some Knights in there with a Poppy, trying to give them a little extra tankiness in the front. We had Shapeshifter, the 3 Shapeshifters with all of them one time. Nothing. I don't know. It just doesn't do enough. I don't think the Yordle buff is enough with how rare the champs are, I guess. It seemed like I could never get very many, even level 2, much less level 3. So that was my struggle there. But other than that, the Hextech buff is fun. I like the kind of attempt to counterbalance the stacking all your items on one person. I thought that was kind of a weird way of winning all the games. It's kind of what everybody was tending to do. So I'm glad they added that in there. It's semi-effective. I lost a lot of the times to people with 3 items on a Varus, 3 items on a Vayne, 3 items on Draven. Still a thing, don't worry. But yeah, at least you have an option to try and counter it, other than just blindly hoping a Blitzcrank can grab him. All right. Well, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed it. That's my recap. I've got a link to the full video. Should be, where am I looking? Here. Maybe it's up here. I think it's up here. I don't know. That way or that way. It's somewhere. If you want to follow us on Twitch, that's also linked somewhere. Just find that. And we'll see you guys next time.